So this family just parked beside me, and they had two little boys. The littlest one had to go to the restroom, so the mom took him to the bathroom. And the dad got the oldest one out. He looks like he's about 3 or 4. He got him out of the car with the dog, and the oldest one was about to bring his little toy. I think it was like a bubble gun or a water gun or something like that. And he was like, no, because you'll forget it at the park. So I'm going to put it back in the car and you can play with it when we come back to the car. And the little boy started throwing a tantrum. He was like, oh, you'll never let me do nothing. And so the dad completely ignored it. He put the toy in the car, kept walking with the dog. He was like, okay, you go with mama to the bathroom. I'm not gonna stand here with you like that. I'm not gonna deal with that. Or something like that. I don't know what he said, but he basically walked away from the kid. Like, he didn't stand there arguing with the kid while he threw the tantrum. He just walked away from the kid and kept going on about his business. The little guy was just standing in front of my car, and I'm just standing there looking at him. And he straightened up his face, and he walked right down there where his dad was. Listen, in this life, we have to do this. All right, we have to treat. I'm not saying we have to do this with our kids, because some people might think that's not okay, but I see it as, look, I'm not going to deal with you while you're throwing this tantrum, so I'm going to let you throw your tantrum, and I'm going to go over here while you throw your tantrum. You'll catch up, period. We have to do this as adults, all right? There are people in your life that feel like they are entitled, all right, to your energy, your time, your just you, period. They feel like they're entitled to you, and they will literally do what the little boy did, throw a tantrum, act all belligerent, because they don't have their way, they don't get their way with you. You have to literally walk away from these people and leave them in their own pity, in their own mess. Okay, you gonna stand there and act like a child instead of getting up and us having an adult conversation, or you fixing your behavior, or you getting it together so we can sit here and be civilized adults, or you can get left in the dust, period. I'm not finna stand here with you and go back and forth with you like you're a kid that I have to explain things to, that I have to sit down with you and get on a lower level with you, basically a kid level, and speak to you like I haven't already discussed these things with you before. We have to handle people just like that. Walk away. They either gonna keep up, catch up, or get left in the dust. They either gonna catch up or get left, period. What if that man would have stood there with that kid arguing back and forth, or trying to calm him down out of his tantrum? It would have got worse. He would have eventually gave in and went and got the toy out of the car and gave it to him, and the kid would have been okay. No, when we say no, we mean no. All right, set boundaries and don't let up off of that boundary, because once you let up off of a boundary, now that person is going to think they can keep doing that with you, with every single aspect of your life, with every single thing that goes wrong. They're going to want their way, and you're going to let up off your boundary, and you're going to eventually lose yourself. You're going to eventually have no definition to your life because you let up off of your boundaries to satisfy somebody else in their baby tantrums. No, walk away, distance yourself, separate yourself. Once you said no, leave it there. Do not explain your no. You're not obligated to explain your no, okay? So I just had to give somebody that I don't know who that God just dropped it in my spirit as I was just sitting here watching this little boy just throw his tantrum when his dad took the little gun away from him. He said, no, you can't have this. You can play with it when we get back. He was like, oh, you never let me do anything. And he stood there. He said, I'm not dealing with you like this. He walked away with that dog, and he said, go with your mama to the bathroom. He left that little boy standing right here in front of this car, and the little boy eventually sucked it up and walked over there with his mom. He got it together, period. When you set boundaries in place and you stand on them, those people eventually have to get it together and keep up with you, or get left behind, period. And that's how we have to handle people. Learn how to set boundaries and stand on it. Stop wasting your time and your precious energy going back and forth, explaining things to these people. All right? So, I love you, and I hope this helps somebody.